Today I'm going to share with you a recipe for coconut fried bakes. Now this is just like the Guyanese traditional fried bakes except coconut milk is used in the mixture. It is so good, so delicious, and it's the perfect for breakfast. Now let's get started. To a bowl, you're going to add flour, baking powder, sugar, salt, and cinnamon. Now I prefer to use baking powder in my bakes. Some people use yeast, but that's totally up to you. I'm using a fork to just mix it all together just to make sure everything is nice and evenly distributed. Next, I'm gonna add margarine, and I'm using margarine. I've used butter in bake, but for some reason, I find that margarine produces a better bake, but you can also use butter in place of margarine. And I'm just using my fingers to rub it into the flour just until any big chunks of margarine are gone. And this is cold margarine. If you're using butter, you want to use cold butter as well. If you're interested in making this recipe, the full recipe is linked below in the description box, and it's going to lead you over to my blog, jehancancook.com. I'm making a well in the middle, and I'm going to pour in the coconut milk. Now, if for some reason you don't want to use coconut milk, you can just use water. Of course, it's not going to be coconut bake, but it will be the traditional bake. Now I'm going to gently mix it in. Just mix the dry and wet ingredients together to form a soft dough. Now I have to admit I'm not a fan of putting my hands in dough, but honestly this is the best way. It produces the best bake because I've also done this in my mixer and it's just not as great as when you use your hand. The dough is going to be soft and that's just fine. If it's a little sticky, then add a little bit more flour. Now I'm going to set this aside, cover it, and let it sit for about at least 30 minutes before rolling it out. Now I've placed this on a floured surface and I'm going to roll it out using a rolling pin. Now this is a bit different to how it's done traditionally because I'm going to roll it out and actually cut it using a circular cutter. Now I do this because I find it to be easier than actually breaking the dough into separate pieces, roll them into a ball, and then roll those out individually or kind of pinch it into the shape of a bake. And that's the way my mom does it. That's how it's done traditionally. But I just find this method to be a little bit more efficient and faster. Now, as you can see, I am making my bakes pretty small, but you can make them whichever size you prefer. Also, they don't need to be round. They can also be cut into squares or triangle using a knife. Bakes don't have to be round, so it's all personal preference. When I was a kid, my mom used to use cookie cutters and cut these into different fun shapes for us. So there's no rules, just go for it. Now I've cut the bakes out and I've removed the scraps and I've formed another ball with it. Just knead it a little bit until it forms dough. And as you can see, I'm pinching these apart because I'm going to roll them individually just to show another way that you can do it as well if you don't want to roll it out the way in which I did it. I must admit that bakes are I think it's definitely my favorite breakfast. And I don't make it quite as much because I don't like frying foods a lot. But yeah, it's always a treat and the entire family loves it. Whenever my mom comes to visit, this is one of the dishes that I request. And her bakes, they are absolutely perfect. They are huge. Like they are so big in comparison to mine, but perfectly cooked, golden brown and crispy on the outside and so soft and just absolutely delicious. Now I'm rolling out the bakes, but you can also use your hands and just kind of pull it apart similar to how you do pizza until you form the shape. Now it's time to fry, and this is going to require quite a bit of oil because you need the bakes to be able to float once it cooks. Now I'm going to cook this. I'm going to start off cooking this on high heat and then I'm going to reduce the heat. The oil is hot. You're going to drop the bakes in and you're going to know that the oil is ready when the bakes float up to the top. Now what you can do is use a tiny piece of dough and drop it in to test the oil if you're not sure. As the dough fries, it's going to puff up. Now you can also just kind of spoon a little bit of the oil on top. This helps it to puff as well. I like my bake with a pocket in the middle. Now, if you do not prefer your bake this way, then make the bakes thicker. Once it cooks, it's not going to have that that little pocket in the middle. So it's all about personal preference. My husband likes it that way because he said that little hole is like the perfect little place to stuff with saltfish. So that's how I make my bakes. Now, once you fry the bakes, just be sure not to crowd it too much or else it's going to reduce the temperature of the oil and then the bakes won't puff as well. So some of my favorite things to have with bake is bacon eggs are good. Also bake with smoked herring, bake with saltfish, and in our case, bake with ackee and saltfish. As some of you may know that my husband is Jamaican, so typically if I make saltfish, I'll add ackee to it. And yeah, we all love it this way. When the bakes have puffed up and they're nice and golden brown, you flip it to make sure both sides are cooked. Once it's done, use a slotted spoon to remove so that the oil drips off and place it into a bowl or a plate that's been lined with paper towel just to catch that excess oil. And just repeat the process until all of the bakes have fried. Like I said before, this is a very, very simple recipe. It has very few ingredients, but it's absolutely delicious. And this is what your bakes should look like when they're done. Golden brown and perfectly cooked. I'm going to break it open to show you the little pocket that I was talking about. And this is pretty much what I was going for. Now, I serve these with ackee and saltfish, and I'm going to show a little snippet of that because that video is coming very soon to the channel. So be sure you're subscribed. As always, the full recipe is linked below in the description box, and I will see you guys next time.